Hello and welcome to this presentation of District 14 3A Track. I'm Dilly.
I'm Willie.
We want to thank our sponsors, Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. They make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. The Eye Guys. Your vision is our expertise. Find them at the eyeguys.txk.com. And Terry's Treasures. For all your Atlanta boutique needs, find them at terrystreasuresatlanta.com. Interesting track meet here today. Finals for District 14 and a couple powerhouses in certain events. Rabbits have owned the 4x1, 4x2, and 4x4 for the past 4 years with multiple state qualifying teams and doing so in both categories. Let's see if they can contain the Hooks Hornets, however, with Boogie Johnson flying. He won the 200-meter last night in the prelims, and the Hooks Hornets also just a dominant 4x4 team.
Oh, yeah. They're both very, very fast.
Cooper Swanson, the strong leg for, the lead leg for the Rabs coming out of that one position in the 4x1. That's our first race of the night. And, I'm not a doctor. I don't understand how the 4x1 works fully. I play tennis. But, Cooper Swanson, 4 years on this 4x1 team, so that means that you got to be pretty good.
Oh, yeah, and he is really good. Him and Elijah Riojas, 2 seniors.
That race is scheduled to get underway right after the national anthem at 5:05. Varsity girls first and then varsity boys. Rabbits have a dominant varsity girls relay team. Shantoya Hurd with, in my opinion, the strongest leg on that relay team, but still just filled with dominance. You have Anne-Marie Hanner, McKaylin King, and Jadea Larry with her, and they just fly.
Oh, yeah.
And those are names that you also associate with multi-sport athletes, like Anne-Marie Hanner, volleyball, track, committed to Baylor.
To run track.
McKaylin King committed to play volleyball. And Jadea Larry committed to play basketball. And Shantoya Hurd, not a senior, only non-senior on that relay team, and she is flying.
Okay, I was getting my screen ready.
Rabs lead both varsity girls and varsity boys in point total after day one, prelims, and field events were really owned by the Rabbits.
With Kim Shepard winning the triple jump for the Lady Rabs.
And long jump for the ladies.
And then Owens doing the same.
And then we go over to high jump, and the Rabs win that as well with Aiden Boston and Caitlin Bailey. Caitlin Bailey setting a PR at 5'2". Aiden Boston with a 6'4". Not his highest. He jumped 6'6" at the Liberty ILO meet just a week ago, but has that under his belt. Just did enough to qualify. Didn't want to do too much,
Oh, yeah. You got to save it for area, regionals, and state. How was your day, Jackson?
My day was filled with many things, but it was pretty good.
Hey, that's all you can ask for.
I traveled over most of East Texas during the day.
Some good country.
What? East Texas is a great country. I agree.
No.
I agree.
Oh, man. That's not what I meant.
I agree.
I meant like land.
Uh-huh.
But, okay. That's fine, man. That's all right.
You get a look at the Rabs warming up there. That's Cy Stroman.
On you.
And now we're going to pass it over to the PA announcer here in Rabbit Stadium for the national anthem.
Thank you, Mr. Baker.
First event of the night is the 4x1 relays varsity girls. That's scheduled for 3 minutes from now, so track will start getting ready. Let's take a look at the heat sheet. Lane 1, New Boston with a qualifying time of 54:14. That's going to be Lily Carter in the initial leg with Jayla Roden, Taylor Schur, and Aria Fuller. In lane 2, we have Redwater with a qualifying time of 53:25 with Emerson Barron, Carly Robinson, Caitlin Cross, and Kylie Rowland. In lane 3, we have DCAB with Amari Shaw, Georgia Mooneyham, Kaylin Betts, and Lachlan Kirkpatrick. Man, you know, they went last name, first name. Everybody else is going first name, last name.
Oh, yeah. Hate it when that happens.
Lane 4, we have Atlanta with a qualifying time of 48:23, 4 seconds faster than DCAB, who was the quickest time to this point.
So you're saying Atlanta is the favorite?
Atlanta is the favorite qualifying time-wise. They have Anne-Marie Hanner, Jadea Larry, McKaylin King, and Shantoya Hurd. Then it's Hooks with a qualifying time of 51:94. That's the second fastest time, with Annabeth Black, Zoe Greenwood, Jade Vasquez, and Katie Arnold. Lane 6, Queen City with a qualifying time of 53:19. Serenity Odin, Michaela Wilson, Brooke Garner, and Jamesia Cook. In lane 7, with a qualifying time of 53:53, Paul Pewitt with Avery Perry, Dariah Thomas, Addison Smith, and Lacey Lucas.
Looks like all the teams will be electing to come out of blocks. We had a few teams yesterday that just decided to have the standing still start.
As everybody's getting ready here in the A, we want to thank our sponsors, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. They make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. And I think an investment that is good for all of these teams is coming out of the blocks. Willie mentioned it earlier while I was dealing with some stuff, sharing the sheets with Willie.
Appreciate it.
And I don't understand teams that don't. In my opinion, it's the best play.
For sure. It's like running with a hand tied behind your back or something like that. It's like a hindrance. Just so much easier coming out of blocks to gain speed.
This is one of my favorite races here. I mean,
The 4x1?
4x1 is electric.
Mostly in part due to this great crowd we have today. A lot of fans out here supporting the athletes.
Miss Reinhardt, see her making her way up to the press box right now. And the wind not blowing as hard as it was yesterday in that southeast direction, so almost no wind.
Exchange on 1 is still ready. Exchange on 2 is ready. Exchange on 3 is ready. Mr. Carter, the race is yours.
Runners to your mark.
Runners down. And with this shot, we will be underway in the A.
Set.
Here's the first exchange.
Rabs flying up even now with Pewitt. Jade Larry takes the lead. Kaylin King, first one out of the blocks in turn 3. Halfway through, now coming into turn 4, Shantoya Hurd out of the blocks now. Home stretch. Shantoya Hurd, solid victory for the Lady Rabs. Hooks in second place, DeKalb in third. Queen City on the tails of DeKalb, can't catch up, so 1, 2, and 3 is going to be Rabbits, Hornets, and Bears.
All the exchanges were clean.
Top 4 move on, I believe, though, however, Willie. So
Yeah.
Queen City in that 4 spot, still qualifying themselves for area. Get into the look at the finish here. Hurd, massive lead. And that is the same Rabbits relay team that went to state last year. Hooks in second, DeKalb in third, and Queen City in the 4, qualifying themselves for area. That's all you wanted to do here. That's all you need to do. I mean, everybody loves a district championship or get a medal. But
As long as you can advance, just
give yourself another shot to do better next time around.
survive and advance.
With playing John, Bond,
Lane assignments for the varsity boys 4x1. Lane 2 is New Boston, qualifying time of 44:20. Lane 3 is Queen City with a qualifying time of 43:90. Lane 4 is Atlanta with a qualifying time of 42:54. Lane 5 is Redwater, qualifying time of 43:87. Lane 6, Hooks with a qualifying time of 44:07. And Lane 7, Paul Pewitt, qualifying time of 46:44. Here's our results and our times. 3-second win for the Lady Rabs over Hooks. Queen City with that 4 spot. That 4 spot is what you're going to want to watch, or is what you want to watch for the entirety of the night. That is your qualifying slot. So that's all you want to look for. Interesting for Coach Baca to use the mic here. Didn't elect to use the mic yesterday.
Well, you know, it is finals day, so
Got to be a little fancy.
get a little more official.
Change zone 1 ready, change zone 2 ready, change zone 3 is ready. This started, so ready to do.
The favorite here is still Atlanta, but not as big of a lead in difference in those times as our previous race, where Atlanta had a 3-second lead over the second highest qualifying time.
Runners to your mark.
Cooper Swanson, lead leg for the Rabs.
Set.
Pretty even. New Boston falling a little bit behind in that lane 1. Even on the transfers. Linwood on leg number 2. Redwater with a lead. Exchange number 3 goes smooth for everybody. Close coming out of turn 4.
Everyone's got a chance.
Stroman out of the blocks first. Little trouble on the exchange. Redwater in the 1 spot. Stroman. Riojas, excuse me, chasing him down. Photo finish, Riojas.
And judging by Coach Miller's reaction, I think Atlanta got that one.
Riojas, I want to apologize for calling him Stroman the whole time. This team has changed around so much this year.
Losing Markeelan Batten, losing Chase Kindred, key pieces, still being able to put it all together and get a district championship.
And not the cleanest of exchanges coming out of turn 4. Took a while for the Rabs to get a hold of the baton. Riojas turns on the Jets and catches back up for a win. I mean, he had to give everything there. And don't sleep on Queen City in that number 3 lane.
Very, very close race.
And in first place, with a time of 48.181.
Have a look at these times. 0.03 of a second separates Redwater and Atlanta. And then Queen City qualifying there as well as Hooks. New Boston, not the greatest start for the Lions, but that inside lane comes to their advantage as they beat out Paul Pewitt.
Lions just barely missing that area qualification spot.
0.04 of a second between the Hornets and the Lions. How does that feel, Will? Do you know?
It's tough. It's the worst feeling in the world. Losing by that much, knowing that if maybe one step had been better, you could have advanced. It's tough.
Even an exchange. Next race scheduled today is going to be the 800-meter run.
Wow.
That's scheduled for 5:20, which is 5 minutes. We'll be back after one quick word from the sponsor.
You've spent years working hard to create your financial security. Reward yourself with a checking account designed specifically for you by a bank that shows you the outstanding level of customer service you deserve. With State Bank's Elite Checking, you can qualify for a competitive rate of interest, no monthly service fee, free checks, and superior customer service. Let State Bank be your bank for service, relationships, and living life to its fullest.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
Hello and welcome back to the A. I'm Dilly.
I'm Willie.
Yep, there's Willie right there. And we have a special guest for the 800-meter run. Champion yesterday in the 800-meter run, Grant Allen.
Yep. How are y'all?
Good, Grant. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, man.
You have a good day today?
I had a great day today.
That's great. Great to hear.
Yep.
Now, Grant, we're gonna ask you about that race from yesterday. How did you feel going into that race?
I felt pretty good going into it. I always liked the 800. It's a fun race. It's a shorter race, shorter than what I run. Shorter the better, that's what I say.
Shorter the better?
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of strategy to it. That's what I like about it.
So what was your strategy then?
Well, I got put in the first lane, so you kind of have to go off your lane. And basically, the strategy at the start is you got to get out fast. I mean, you can't get put in the back. If you get put in the back, I mean, you don't have much hope. So you get out fast, top 4 probably, at least. And you just kind of sit. You kind of sit with the guy in front of you. That's what I like to do. Yeah, you just sit with them. And once you, I don't know, you get like a second wind eventually. And it makes you kind of mad seeing a guy in front of you. So
Hey, I agree with that, Grant.
Hey.
I agree with that.
got to beat him. It's all out guts race at the end.
So, Grant, your brother is running this 800, correct?
Right. Yes, he is.
So, how does it feel, running with your brother side by side? You also ran cross country together,
Yes.
competed at the state competition together. Just how does it feel just being able to compete with him, your own kin?
I mean, it's always been nice, I mean, we're always with each other, stay in the same room, all that stuff, We always talk about it, how we're feeling, kind of keep up with each other. It's just fun to just kind of compare yourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, lane assignments for the varsity girls 800. Not 200. That's
Wrong race.
I'm skipping. I don't know, six
events
here.
Yeah.
We have in lane 1 Lola Crump from Paul Pewitt and Leanna Gilbert from Redwater. Lane 2 we have Darla Jones from Hooks and McKinley Preschel from New Boston. Lane 3 we have Riley Freeman from DeKalb and Addie Giesler from Atlanta. Lane 4 we have Landy Canto from Redwater and Lucy Ransom from Atlanta. Lane 5 we have Ashton Carr from DeKalb and Abby Morales from Atlanta. Lane 6 Brooklyn Cragen from Hooks and Lizeth Martinez from DeKalb. Lane 7 is Kaylin Griffin from Queen City and Anzella Cato from Paul Pewitt. And lane 8 is Kelvy Nelson from Paul Pewitt. Some of these names are
Mouthful?
a little bit, yeah. And have to decide if they're
What's the first name and what's the last name? Yeah.
First name, last name, or last name, first name. Race scheduled to start in 1 minute.
And competing in this race for Atlanta is Lucy Ransom, who yesterday won the 3,200 with a convincing lead, trying to replicate that success here in the 8. Ransom's PR this year in the 800 is a 2:33, which is a blistering time. Have to watch out for her. Waiting for everybody to get in their spots. Wonder if they will go for a waterfall start or have lane assignments.
Bet it's going to be lane.
Oh, it is lane. That's what they did yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Don't want to get tripped up in the 800.
So what's the rule here, Grant? Where can they cut in? At what time can they cut in?
So when you get to those cones, those little cones at about the 100-meter marker.
Okay, so the first 100 you can go,
Yes.
and then at the cones you can cut into the first lane?
Yes, and they tell you to be a full length in front of the person next to you if you want to cut in, but
Okay, so there's no tripping?
there's no tripping, but some people,
Some people think they're above the rules.
think they're above the rules. Yeah.
About to get this race started. Coach Baca, the starter, looks like he's having some technical issues with the starting pistol. Maybe it got jammed. Never know.
For clarification, those are not actual bullets. Those are blanks.
Yes, just blanks.
In case you didn't know that. Safety first.
Always.
Oh, that's all right.
Here we go.
Runners to your mark.
And they're off in the varsity girls 800. Looks like it from Atlanta, Lucy Ransom out to a quick lead. Behind her is DeKalb, and then Redwater and Pewitt as they cut in at that 100-meter mark.
Yeah, she's right where you want to be in the 800. You don't want to get caught up in that pack.
That is a large pack.
That is. So Addie's fighting through there.
Addie Giesler from Atlanta trying to get in front of the pack. Behind Ransom, looks like DeKalb holding a firm 10-meter lead. .500 meters to go in this race. Atlanta, DeKalb, then Hooks right now. Then Redwater and DeKalb. It's a close one. Final lap. First lap was a 73.
You need to pick it up on this last lap.
Everything you got.
Everything you got.
Ransom is increasing the lead. Almost 20 meters now. And if you're DeKalb here, you can't let her get too far ahead of you.
She's speeding up a little bit, try to get to her.
Hard to catch that big of a lead. Not impossible, but it is improbable.
There goes the freshman from Atlanta, Abigail.
Freshman from Atlanta is in 5th. In front of her is Redwater. In front of her is Hooks. Ransom looks to have hit a wall. DeKalb slowly gaining. And this is where it comes down to, folks. 100 meters. It's all
you
guts
got.
from here. Lucy Ransom. Everything she has. DeKalb not far behind.
Gonna do it.
The lead is too significant. Ransom winning the 800.
2:32.
DeKalb in second.
Here comes Addie down the last stretch.
Redwater rounding out third. And then we have Hooks in fourth. They will advance. Giesler making a last-ditch effort here, trying to get some points for her team, and will not do so. Good effort.
Good effort. That was a good race. Lucy ran it perfect.
Perfect
Can't do
race.
much better than that.
Hit a little wall there at the
That's right.
150 mark, but
Just got to dig deep when you hit that.
when you got those demons talking to you, telling you to stop,
It's all right.
and then you hear Coach Allen's voice piercing through the thoughts in your mind, telling you to slow down. Coach Allen for Atlanta is the cross country and the distance track team coach, assistant coach under Nick Miller, trying to get all of his athletes in shape. And they have rigorous workouts. Excuse me, not rigorous, vigorous workouts.
We can
speak.
relate.
Yes, we can relate. Me and Grant are part of the cross country team.
That's all right.
It's tough,
It is.
not easy.
No.
And then they run on Saturdays, the day after meets.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, folks, it's not easy waking up on those days. Most days I don't. Hate to admit it. See some lane assignments here for the boys, 800. And first lane is Weston Baxley from DeKalb. Second, we have Connell Runnels. Then Todd Esta from Redwater. Alan Justin from New Boston. Caleb Kimball from Queen City. Kobe Hall from Hooks. Chris Swanson from Atlanta with the best qualifying time of 2:03. Andrew Allen from Atlanta. Ian Bard from Atlanta. And Thomas Isaac from Queen City.
I think you're seeing an Atlanta top 3 finish this race.
It is not out of the picture. But you cannot sleep on Weston Baxley.
Yeah.
His best time is a 2:08 this year.
Starting in that first lane.
Baxley all alone. Believed to be a freshman. Freshman or sophomore.
Runners to your mark.
And they're off. Quick start for these men. Looks like New Boston is in the lead in the first 100. Closely followed by Ian Bard, Chris Swanson, Weston Baxley, and Andrew Allen. Andrew Allen had a bad start, catching the lead pack.
Sitting in 3rd place.
Just like you said, Grant. Looks like
Top
we
3.
have 3 Atlanta in the start right now.
See if they can hold on.
Swanson, Bard, Allen. Baxley in 4th. And it's imperative that you don't spend too much energy on this first lap because you have a whole 400 to go.
Gotta turn around and do it again.
Swanson was the runner-up in the 32 yesterday. Trying to get some revenge on the world. Very fast first lap. Looked to be sub 60.
That's quick speed.
Very quick. 75 seconds for a 500. That's blazing.
That's all right.
Looks like Swanson and Bard stretching it out here against Allen. Baxley not far behind. He's on his heels. Looks as if Bard might have hit a wall.
Down a little bit.
Might have gone too soon. Baxley coming into 3rd right now, passing Allen.
Andrew's not going to let that happen.
Trying to pass Bard. Allen's in a tough spot right now. Got to get behind the crowd. Swanson stretching it out. Looks like he will win this one. Baxley in 2nd. Allen, everything he's got.
He's fast. There he goes. It's
it
be
might
close.
not be enough. It's going to be close.
It's going to be real close.
Baxley looks behind him and he gets the 2nd place. That rounds it out. Swanson, Baxley, Allen, and Bard. Those 4 will advance to the area competition. Then New Boston, then Queen City.
That was a great race.
Great race. Great
fast.
race for those men.
That's right.
Now, we'd like to remind you that top 4 advance to area, but top 6 get points for your team. So very crucial points there for all parties involved. And that brings it to the end of the 800. I believe the next race is the 4x2.
The 100-meter hurdles.
100-meter hurdles. Wasn't even close. Thank you, Grant. Here's the replay. See Swanson getting the clear victory. And then Baxley was scared there for a
Feeling
second.
it out.
Look behind him.
Yeah.
Allen 3rd place, Bard in 4th.
Good effort.
Well, that'll do it for the 800, folks. Thank you, Grant Allen, the JV champion.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up here and commentating. Grant, hope you have a good day.
You too, Willie. Thank you.
hurdles right now. So camera 2, you're going to be our hurdle start line. Camera 1, we're going to follow them down on you. And then camera 3, be focused on the finish line. So scoop to your left, hand to the left.
And this varsity girls 100-meter final heat. In lane 1 will be Kaylin Tucker from Redwater. Lane 2, Amelia Jones. Lane 3, Lola Gladen, excuse me. Lane 4 is Kim Shepard. Lane 5 is Riley Thompson. Lane 6 is Marilee Hamilton. Lane 7, Dee Dee Johnson. And lane 8, Presley Sparks. Now, going into this final heat, they ran prelims yesterday. And the leading time with a 16.386, leading it by a whole second, is Kim Shepard. Would assume she would be the favorite in this race. In second, we have Riley Thompson from Atlanta with a 17.12. Trying to run a little bit faster here. We're going to get you some times here from the girls 800 meter. And as you see there, Lucy Ransom with a seasonal best of a 2:32.5. Next is Ashton Carr from DeKalb, 2:34. And Landry Canto in Redwater from third. For third, Brooklyn Craiglin. Excuse me if I messed that up. Abby Morales in fifth from Atlanta. And Riley Freeman from DeKalb. Those 6 gain points for your team, but the top 4 advance to area. They will be competing next week. See if we can get some guys' times here. And here they are, Chris Swanson with a 2:03. Weston Baxley from DeKalb with a seasonal best of 2:06. Great time to have that best time. Andrew Allen in third. Ian Bard in fourth. Justin Allen in fifth. And Isaac Thomas from Queen City in sixth. And it will be very interesting to see these top 4 competitors compete at area in the 800.
And in first place with a time of 2:03.362, Chris Swanson from Atlanta.
And coming up here, we're going to have an interview with the winners. Jackson Dillinger will be doing that. We'll be sending you to him shortly.
Here we go. We're going to go to you in 3, 2, and 1.
I'm with district champion Chris Swanson in the 800-meter run, and you just ran a 2:03.32. How do you feel?
I feel pretty gassed right now. My legs they got a bunch of lactic in them, I'll tell you that.
So what was your goal coming in here, and what was the game plan?
My goal was to win the race. I knew I had the times for it. The game plan was just maintain first, and that's about it.
And you did that all the way through, got out to an early lead, not in lane 1, which is what I hear you want to be. You don't want to be in lane 1 because everybody comes in front of you. So
yeah.
Great run, and congratulations.
Thank you.
That was Chris Swanson with our very own Jackson Dillinger. Looked pretty tired after that race.
All right, are you going to do anything else, Jackson?
Looks like he's about to hit his cool down run. Coach Allen, the distance coach, likes to implement those cool down runs after your race. Not usually the runner's favorite, but it must be done.
Deasia, as soon as y'all get
And we'll get a quick word from our sponsors.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
Undetected vision issues can lead to difficulties in school, hinder social interactions, and even affect their self-esteem. The good news is that there's a simple solution: regular eye checkups for your child. If a vision issue is identified, corrective measures like glasses or contact lenses can make a world of difference.
The Eye Guys are a proud supporter of Rabbit TV and Atlanta High School. Go Rabs!
And welcome back to the District 14 3A track meet. We will have the girls' final of the 100-meter hurdles shortly. It's at 5:45, and it is currently 5:37. So you got a few minutes. Beautiful day out here in the A. Weather about 70 degrees. A little windy, but not too bad. Not as bad as it was yesterday, with gusts up to 18 miles an hour. Ideal conditions for a runner today. Hey, Jackson. Glad to have you back.
Hey. Sorry, I had to go. I don't know. Gregory Foster took it over on the field.
Oh, Gregory Foster. Oh, no, not Gregory.
I saw that Gregory was on the field, so I had to run away for a minute.
Oh, okay. That's probably smart.
I'm back, though.
Gregory Foster, that's some character.
Yeah. I've never met him personally, but I saw he was making his way down, and I said, I can't be around Gregory Foster.
He's a character. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I heard you talking, about the weather, and I can't agree more, Willie.
Beautiful day.
It is absolutely beautiful, and something that you have in the A that you don't have in many other places is the amount of trees we have. So even when it is windy, you don't
not that bad.
feel the effect of the wind here, unless it's just an absolute hurricane.
No clouds in the sky. See blue for days.
So, have you gone through the heat sheet yet, Willie?
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, I was about to run through it, so I'm glad I asked.
The girls' 100 final is about to start.
100-meter hurdle final.
100-meter hurdle final. Final. It's not even a word.
And if you look down there, it looks like everybody's coming out of the blocks, which is a wealthy investment, just like using dt-wm.com, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. That make your retirement an adventure worth sharing.
And this hurdle bunch for the Atlanta Rabs, all three of them, Amelia Jones, Riley Thompson, and Kim Shepard, have the fastest times coming into this race from prelims. So there is a chance that the Atlanta Rabbits could finish 1, 2, 3.
And that's really where they get a lot of their points on the team side, is on these events that you dominate in. You're getting 1, 2, and 3 because you're qualifying so many that it's you're not really hurting yourself. Even if you don't win, you're still getting points for every placement because there's 7 runners and top 7 get points. So no matter what, you're helping out your team.
Qualifying time of 18.812.
I mean, Kim Shepard, the only 16 time on their in the prelims, just absolutely blazing. 16.38, and the next fastest time is going to be a 17.12. 17.712.
Yeah.
So a full second between Kim Shepard's qualifying time and the next fastest runner. So that's who you got to look out for here. And a second in 100 meters is a lot.
Hurdles is always fun to watch. See the elegance of these athletes. Not just raw speed, but there is some technique.
We talked about that technique yesterday and the long strides from Marquavius Richardson on his hurdles in the 300-meter hurdles, and we were looking at it, and that was a unique technique. You didn't see that out of any other runner in his heat. He would go short steps until his last 2 steps, and they would be long strides, and then his hurdle was almost a replica of his previous 2 steps with a little bit more action on the knees, but that's about it. And obviously you can't have the same exact tactic here because there's not much distance between each hurdle.
And most athletes in high school competition have a stutter step, but his is a long, exaggerated stutter step, so it's kind of like a stride step in a way, or like a stutter stride. It's better. And they're getting in their blocks.
Set.
Kim Shepard, first one to jump. Big lead, Kim Shepard. That height really coming to her advantage, and just like we assumed, Kim Shepard off to a big lead. One more hurdle to go, and it's all hers. She has it. Atlanta in the 2 spot and the 4 spot. All Atlanta runners qualify. That's going to be Lola Gladen from Queen City in 3rd place.
Here's the replay.
Kim Shepard, massive lead, and these trees are not helping us with the replay here. Actually, you're going to need to look at that far lane. Might have beat out the Atlanta runner. Let's get a look here. Down to the wire, and they did. So that's going to be Mallory Hamilton from Queen City in lane 6, beating out Amelia Jones in lane 2 by a few seconds just by the eye test.
We'll get those official times soon.
The laser don't lie, however.
True.
Lane 3, Forces from Queen City with a 17.37 qualifying time.
And here are the times. Kim Shepard with a 16:32.
Riley Thompson with the 17:25.
And Kim Shepard had her best time of the entire meet tonight right there. And it's going to be Queen City and Queen City. 0.06 of a second separate Mallory Hamilton and Amelia Jones. So Jones just missing that qualifying mark. Hamilton Didn't see her originally from this angle. It's probably because she's on that near side, blocked out by the fans from our viewpoint, but the cameras don't lie and the lasers sure don't lie.
Mm-hmm. And Riley Thompson from Atlanta is only a sophomore, so very impressive time for her. Kim Shepard, the senior, capturing first in her farewell tour.
Let's take a look at our boys' heat sheets. Lane 1 is going to be Cash Dibrell. Just wanted to get it right. From Hooks. Lane 2 is going to be Braynon Chambliss from New Boston. Lane 3 is going to be Trevon Horsley from Queen City. Lane 4, Cy Stroman from Atlanta. Lane 5, Jamarian Smith from Hooks. Lane 6, Marquavian Owens from Atlanta. And Lane 7, Reed Patridge from Redwater. And the 110 hurdles. Stroman with the fastest qualifying time by 2 seconds.
That's a long time.
I'm going to, a second and a half is what I'm going to round down to. Is
oh, okay.
1.6 seconds. I'm going to round it down to a second and a half.
Well, those prelim times don't matter here. In a way. This one is the big enchilada.
Runners to your mark. Set.
And they're off.
Stroman slow out of the blocks, gets a lead now. Stroman out front. Horsley in the 3 spot.
Oh my, would you look at that gap?
Smith in 2, Stroman flying. Smith, Horsley, and it's going to be between Owens and Dibrell for the 4 spot. Big tumble from the New Boston runner, Chambliss. Hope everything's all right. And that's why I can never do hurdles.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate part about hurdles. Sometimes you can take a tumble. Here's the replay.
And you see the tumble right there, and I could never. Keeps going.
That's all that matters. He kept going.
Take a look at our time. Cy Stroman with a 15:87.
Great time for him.
And that's not as good as his qualifying time, which was a 15:5. Jamarian Smith in second from Hooks with a 16:60, so 0.4 of a second win. Excuse me, no, 0.8 of a second win for Cy Stroman.
Basic math, it's hard to do sometimes. Trevon Horsley in the 3rd spot from Queen City, 17:43. And Marquavian Owens rounds out that 4th spot. He will be advancing the area.
So Atlanta qualifies 2, Hooks qualifies 1, and Queen City qualifies 1 for area. Our next event is going to be the 100-meter dash at 6:10 p.m., so a 20-minute gap. With that being said, we'll send it to a commercial break, and then we'll be back with some track talk.
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
You've spent years working hard to create your financial security. Reward yourself with a checking account designed specifically for you by a bank that shows you the outstanding level of customer service you deserve. With State Bank's Elite Checking, you can qualify for a competitive rate of interest, no monthly service fee, free checks, and superior customer service. Let State Bank be your bank for service, relationships, and living life to its fullest.
Undetected vision issues can lead to difficulties in school, hinder social interactions, and even affect their self-esteem. The good news is that there's a simple solution: regular eye checkups for your child. If a vision issue is identified, corrective measures like glasses or contact lenses can make a world of difference.
The Eye Guys are a proud supporter of Rabbit TV and Atlanta High School. Go Rabs!
Whether you're looking for a new garage door or just need repairs, Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
And welcome back. I'm Willie. And Dilly is taking a leak. He'll be back momentarily. I believe the next event will be the 4x2. That's at 6:10. So we got a little bit. Hang out. And Dilly's back from taking a leak. Welcome back, Dilly.
I understand your approach now. And anytime you do anything ever again, I'm going to expose you.
Almost like you did that yesterday.
Well, cry about it.
Womp womp.
I was about to say, as you would say, womp womp. Ready for this 110-meter dash.
Huh? I thought it was a 4x2.
It's definitely not.
What?
It's definitely the 100-meter dash.
Oh, man. I was wrong again. 0 for 2.
You know what they say, Willie.
Batting 0.
Like the Astros.
Okay.
No, actually like the New York Mets.
Yeah, they're pretty bad right now. How about the Detroit Tigers, though? I think they're 5-0.
Hey, give me the Detroit Pistons.
To win it all this year?
I got the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, never mind. Tigers are 5-1. They got beat by the Mets today, 1-5.
The Mets won.
That's crazy. Tigers were up 1-0, going into the 9th inning, and the Mets put it on them, putting up 2 in the 9th.
A real barn burner.
Indeed. But I like those kind of matchups, a good pitching duel.
Still about 13 minutes till the scheduled start time of the 100-meter dash. Let's go to some high school baseball, Willie. Let's get some updates around the district.
Around the district. All right, let's see how DeKalb is doing.
Well, let's pronounce their name right first.
My bad. DeKalb. Let's see. DeKalb played Tuesday against New Boston. Won 10-0. DeKalb. Paul Pewitt. I imagine Pewitt played Queen City Tuesday. Let's see the score. Oh, no. Pewitt's last game was Friday, March 29th against Hooks, which Hooks won 14-1. And let's look at some Atlanta baseball. Let me scroll on my computer here. And last Tuesday, the Atlanta Rabbits went out to Hooks and beat them 10-0. So the Rabbits there pitching a shutout. Elijah Stevens on the mound, his second shutout of the year.
Hey there, brother.
Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
How are those Bulldogs doing?
Last time the Bulldogs played was Friday, March 29th, and they lost to Atlanta 2-4. So it looked like Paul Pewitt and Queen City had a bye week, or a bye day, Tuesday. Imagine they'll be back at it Friday.
100-meter dash, varsity girls starting off. Michaelan King and Shantoya Hurd side by side.
Lane 4, Hurd, Atlanta, qualifying time of 12.250. Lane 5, King of Atlanta, qualifying time of 13.090. Lane 6.
Lane 1 will be Georgia Mooneyham. Lane 2, Amari Shaw. Lane 3, Katie Arnold. Lane 4, Shantoya Hurd. Lane 5, Michaelan King. Lane 6, Kylie Rowland. Lane 7, Dariah Thomas. And Lane 8, Avery Perry from Paul Pewitt. Fastest qualifying time is going to be Shantoya Hurd in the prelims with a 12.25. Next fastest time will be Michaelan King with a 13.09. And our third fastest time will be Katie Arnold from Hooks with a 13.1. Close competition between Hurd, King, and Arnold. And those are our 3 consecutive lanes there. That's 3, 4, and 5.
And Shantoya Hurd ran away in the prelims. Quite literally.
Yeah, that's what you do.
In track,
I'd say.
some people would say.
Set.
And they're off.
Hurd, small lead so far. King by her side. Redwater is staying in it.
Hurd first. Looked like Redwater second. McKaylin King third.
That's going to be close between King and Rowland. Rowland, not the best qualifying time, but able to improve on her time against her competition and make it a close battle. Let's get another look at the finish here. Hurd, obvious first place, and it does look like Rowland pulls through.
Oh, my bad.
So Rowland pulls through, King in third.
Try to get some times here.
And here we go. Shantoya Hurd, 0.5 of a second win over Rowland for second. All of them running sub 13 in the top three. And Arnold qualifying as well, so another chance to redeem herself as she feels that she should. I mean, she had the third highest qualifying time, not looking like it was her best race. And so you'll get another chance at area, and you have a few weeks to improve and move on and up your time.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal.
Oh, yeah. And the boys' 100-meter final is coming up. And
Lane 1 is Colton Morrow. Lane 2 is Braylon Rowe. Lane 3 is Ashton Roden. Lane 4 is Marquez Jones Jr. Lane 5, Winky Williams. Lane 6, Jaden Riley. Lane 7, Jalarian Andrews. And Lane 8, Charlie Kirkland Campbell.
the safe money in this race would be on Winky Williams, who ran the fastest prelims time and has the fastest PR.
Set.
See if he can finish it off here. Got off to a slow start.
Redwater out front.
Redwater out in front. Behind him is Williams, and looks like Redwater got the victory.
That's going to be Marquez Jones Jr.
And you would hate to say upset, but it kind of feels that way. Winky Williams has been running great track and field all year. And Jones Jr. pulls it out there.
Willie, I'm going to correct you here. Jones Jr. had 0.03 of a second on Williams in the prelims.
Oh, my bad. Messed up again. 0 for 3.
Hate to do it to you, Willie.
It's all right. It happens. It's not like you ever mess up or anything.
Hey, I have the stats.
But the next time you do, I'll definitely let you know about it.
I can't lie to the people, Willie.
Mm.
The area qualifier for the varsity girls in the 100 meter dash. In fourth place, Auburn from Hook. In third place, King from Atlanta. In second place, Rowland.
And here's a look at our times. Redwater 11:13. That's Marquez Jones Jr. and Winky Williams with an 11:21. Third place is Ashton Roden from New Boston with an 11:28, and Braylon Rowe qualifies for area with an 11:44. And unfortunately for Queen City, Charlie Kirkland Campbell not able to participate in this race. Lane 8 was vacant.
The second call for the 4x200 meter relay, both divisions. Second call.
Our next race is going to be the 4x200 meter run, or excuse me, relay, not run. That's scheduled for 6:25 p.m., which is in 18 minutes. With that being said, we want to thank our sponsor, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management, that make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. Red River Lumber, their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. And DI Guys, your vision is our expertise. Find them at theeyeguysofTXK.com. We'll be back after a few words from our sponsors.
I'm Dylan Thompson with Dylan Thompson Wealth Management. But you know, true wealth is found in knowledge. And that's why we support Atlanta High School and Rabbit TV.
Whether you're looking for a new garage door or just need repairs, Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Undetected vision issues can lead to difficulties in school, hinder social interactions, and even affect their self-esteem. The good news is that there's a simple solution: regular eye checkups for your child. If a vision issue is identified, corrective measures like glasses or contact lenses can make a world of difference.
The Eye Guys are a proud supporter of Rabbit TV and Atlanta High School. Go Rabs!
Here, we provide quality materials for your dream home, and Atlanta ISD provides quality educational opportunities to help students pursue their dream futures. Red River Lumber and the Design Center is proud to be a continued supporter of Rabbit TV.
You've spent years working hard to create your financial security. Reward yourself with a checking account designed specifically for you by a bank that shows you the outstanding level of customer service you deserve. With State Bank's Elite Checking, you can qualify for a competitive rate of interest, no monthly service fee, free checks, and superior customer service. Let State Bank be your bank for service, relationships, and living life to its fullest.
Welcome back to the District 14 3A track meet. We are about halfway through our events of the evening. Next up is the 4x2 relay. This broadcast is being presented to you by Rabbit TV, live on Rabbit TV and Texarkana Game Day. Thank you for watching. If you don't know us, I'm Dilly.
I'm Willie.
We want to thank our sponsors, Dylan Thompson Wealth Management, that make your retirement an adventure worth sharing. Find them at dt-wm.com. Red River Lumber, their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com. The Eye Guys, your vision is our expertise. Find them at theeyeguysofTXK.com. And Terry's Treasures, all your boutique needs in the A. Find them at terry'streasuresatlanta.com.
And you know, I want to give a shout out real quick. Shout out to Mrs. O'Neill, the junior English teacher. She moved our research paper essay due date back a day. Big W. W, Miss O'Neill.
Looks like we're going to move the events up about 10 minutes. So we're going to be 10 minutes ahead of schedule, and I don't mind at all.
Me at all. Me either.
Me at all.
Me at all.
In lane 2, the team of Thomas, North, Saxon, and Garner of Queen City. Qualifying time is 156.16.
Let's go to our lane assignments. Varsity girls 4x200 meter relay. Lane number 1 is going to be New Boston with a 1:55.31 qualifying time. In lane 2, we have Queen City with a 1:56.16 qualifying time. Lane 3 is DeKalb with a 1:52.84 qualifying time. In lane 4, we have Atlanta with a 1:43.25 qualifying time, 10 seconds ahead of the average for the rest of the district. In lane 5, we have Hooks with a 1:52.12 qualifying time. In lane 6, we have Redwater, 1:55.33 qualifying time. And rounding us up in lane 7, we have Paul Pewitt with a 1:57.35 qualifying time. The Rabbits heavy favorites here. Lead leg is going to be Skylar Spencer for the Rabs.
What's the next race after the 4x2? Dilly?
Well, let's take a look here, Willie. It's going to be the 400-meter dash.
The 400-meter dash. It's nice. Looking forward to that race.
No chance you just said noise.
Noise. My bad. I meant to say nice. And it just came out a little funny.
Came out a little Australian.
Yeah. I am ready for that 400, though. Zach Mulch from Paul Pewitt and Andrew Allen from Atlanta are the two favorites. Both of them running 53s.
And Zach Mulch, not only good in the 400-meter dash, yesterday absolutely sneaky fast in the 200-meter dash.
Yeah, it was, in the prelims, it was as if Zach Mulch got a little bored in the first 100, and he's like, you know, time to go in the last 100, and just gapped everyone. It's very impressive.
And one of my favorite races, all the relays are my favorite races, but an absolute joy to watch the 4x2.
Set.
Even spread throughout turn 2. Hooks flying, catching up now to Redwater. Excuse me, to Paul Pewitt. Paul Pewitt on the outside lane. Hooks. Nope, that's going to be Redwater now catching up. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see from this far away. Rabs, first ones out of turn number 3. Anne-Marie Hanner. Inside lane on Hooks. Pretty even coming down the home stretch.
And this Hooks runner yesterday had the best time in the 200 prelims.
That's Greenwood and Hanner side by side. Larry next up for the Rabs. Rabs have a lead coming into turn number 2 now. And Jadea Larry blowing everyone out of the water here. And that lead for Hooks absolutely disintegrated from Jadea Larry. Now with a 20-meter lead, the Rabs drop the baton. They drop the baton. In turn number 3.
And remember, the Rabs are not disqualified if that baton stayed in their lane.
I don't believe it did, however. unfortunately for them, but we'll have to take a look. You got to finish the race off. Rabs finishing first, but the disqualification is going to be looked at.
Have to see. And if the Rabs are disqualified.
Red flag is up. They're going to say it is a disqualification.
That is heartbreaking for the Rabs.
Great race all around. 20-meter lead coming into turn 3, and the baton was dropped.
And you know, this is nothing new for Atlanta fans. The baton being dropped is something that has haunted this program for a few years now. Sad to see it happen here today.
And Hooks gets that first place finish. Last leg there of Katie Arnold. And Rabs heartbroken and Coach Miller not happy.
I wouldn't be either, especially since the lead was so significant.
Any other mishap, Rabs able to secure that.
Well, perhaps Atlanta was not disqualified.
Maybe not. They are standing behind the podium as if they are not disqualified yet.
Have to wait and see. Perhaps they just are unaware.
And they are. They're just now finding out.
Oh, no. You can see it in their faces. Very unfortunate.
So the word is that the Rabs are not disqualified. That is not official.
But that is the word on the street.
The times will tell us whenever they come across the board if it is a DQ or not.
Only the times will tell.
There's just one thing that only one person, or I guess the group of people in turn number 3 are going to be able to know for sure. Did the baton leave the lane? And that's the only thing we can't tell from up here. And Rabs are not disqualified. The baton did not leave the lane. They do get that first place spot. 148.33. Hooks in the second place spot, 149.37. DeKalb, third place, 150.72, and Queen City in the fourth spot, 154.01. So a roller coaster of emotions as the Rabs found out that their baton was dropped, and they will soon find out that they are not disqualified.
Time obviously is going to be a little bit slower since they dropped the baton. I imagine Coach Miller will be practicing those handoffs a lot going into the area meet next week.
And we saw them prior to the meet. That was something they were doing for about 30 minutes. Was everybody was working on their handoffs, and that's just something the Rabs have been struggling with all season.
Yeah, it's just it comes to a point where you just do it in practice and your mind just turns off and you're like, oh, simple, simple, simple. But when you get into the meet, your nerves get there and you could just easily drop it. Looks like the boys' final for the 4x2 will be starting soon.
And a coaches meeting on the field, and I don't know if it was maybe a little bit of grace, recognizing that the Rabs are winning that race by, I mean, they still won the race by about 4 seconds, so I don't know if it's a recognition of, hey, shouldn't change the outcome of the race, or if it was, hey, the rule actually wasn't broken here. I'm not sure what that conversation held.
And, you know, all these coaches have huge respects for each other, and maybe the coaches were realizing that this Atlanta squad has the best chance to compete and really represent this district, possibly at the state level. So maybe that came into consideration during the meeting.
No real way to know what went on in that coaches meeting there on the 5-yard line of the Atlanta Rabbits field, but
we will never know.
Runners to your mark.
Whatever went down, there was a majority rule at minimum.
Set.
And Cooper Swanson, main leg for the Rabs. A little bit of drama distracted us from talking about this race, but an absolute electric race.
Looks like a handoff to Mark Richardson. This crowd is really getting into it.
DeKalb in first here. No, that's Queen City. Handoff now. Eli Riojas for the Rabs. Big lead now for Queen City.
Riojas trying to get some track back.
He is coming back now, just like he did in the 4x1 earlier today.
It's all going to be decided.
And a closer race, last
final leg.
Nick Herring for the Bulldogs. Caden Linwood for the Rabbits. Coming out of turn 4.
Linwood, the sophomore, the young buck. Looks like he's going to bring it home for the Rabs.
And look out. Redwater fighting back near the end. That's going to be a close finish. Queen City looked like they got the 2 spot.
Looks like the 1 through 4 was Atlanta, Queen City, Redwater, and then New Boston.
We'll have to get a look at that finish.
We'll see the official times.
Redwater hooks 2 blue schools in lanes beside each other, so hard to differentiate. That's going to be lane 3, which is Hooks, so Hooks with the 3 spot. So Rabs 4x2, able to take girls and boys there. Queen City in the 2 spot. Great leg from Delvon Frederick. And Nick Herring staying in out of turn 3, last leg. Here are our times. In 5th place, Redwater with a 1:35.12. In 4th place, that's New Boston with a 1:32.6. In 3rd place, Hooks with 1:32.19. Queen City with a 1:31.96. And the Rabs with a 0.5 of a second victory with a 1:31.4. Not as good as the Rabs qualifying time, which was a 1:29.21. But now we move on to the 400-meter dash.
How long till this race starts?
6:45 is the scheduled time, but we are about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, so I'm going to estimate 8 minutes until race time. We want to thank our sponsor, Red River Lumber. Their experienced staff helps you with the design of your home projects. Find them at redriverlumber.com.
We'll get you some times here. Or not. Never mind, we already did that. I was zoned out. In the meantime, you want some trivia, Jackson?
Let's do some trivia.
All right.
Trivial trivia.
You know what we're going to do? Who wants to be a millionaire?
Okay.
All right.
I do.
I do too. Okay, the question for $100. Which of these projectiles is normally shot from a slingshot?
Okay.
A stone, an arrow, cannonball, or mom's meatloaf?
I'm going to go with the stone.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it right.
I mean, what can I say?
I mean, pretty easy. You want question 2?
I'll take question 2.
All right, for $200. From 1994 to 2001, Rudy. I don't know how to say that name. It looks Italian. Let me show it to you. How do you say that? Giuliani. Yeah, sure. Sounds about right. Served as the 107th mayor of what city?
You know,
Washington, D.C., Chicago, Boston, or New York?
You know, I'm going to go with the name. But Paisano. I was going to go Pittsburgh, but it's not on there, you know. So my next favorite Paisano place is going to be New York City.
Final answer?
I'm going to go New York City.
That's correct.
I mean, what can I say over here, huh?
Destroying the competition, even though you're the only competitor. Take W's when you can get them. Do you want question 3?
I'll take question 3.
Sure.
How much money am I getting here, Will?
$300.
Oh.
Which of these utensils is commonly used to stir fry food? A wok, crock pot, colander, or a spoon?
You know, I'm going to correct you here. It's actually called a colander, and that's not the right answer. It's a wok.
That is correct. It is a wok. Okay, sorry. I can't say colander. My bad. Do you want the next question or not?
Oh, yeah, just keep them coming here, Will,
okay,
until
sure.
I get it wrong.
For $500, which of these animals' name is also a term often used to refer to a spy? A bull, a mole, a flea, or a tiger?
I mean, can you give me something a little harder here? Obviously, it's tiger. I'm just joking. It's a mole.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. For $1,000, the olive branch is an ancient symbol for what? Knowledge, peace, wealth, or strength?
Oh, Willie, you might have got me here.
Okay. Okay, the sarcasm is crazy.
No, you actually might have got me here, Willie. Can you give me the options again?
Yeah. Knowledge, peace, warmth, or strength?
Give me peace.
Peace, final answer?
I'll go peace.
Peace is correct.
I know. I knew it the whole time.
Yeah. See, I knew you were being sarcastic. All right, the next question. For $2K, 2 bands.
Hey, what can I say?
A Zamboni is a machine used to do what?
Hockey.
Can I give you the answer choices for
It's ice.
Reset bowling pins, shoot tennis balls, trim golf greens, or resurface ice rinks?
Resurface ice rinks.
Yep. For $4K, the 1995 movie The Usual Suspects takes its title from a famous line in what movie? Casablanca, The Godfather, Cool Hand Luke, or north by northwest?
You might have got me here.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. You want to use your phone a friend? Phone a friend?
Phone a friend.
Phone a
You
friend?
know, I will use my phone a friend here. I have Mr. Whitehead, who knows a lot about movies.
All right.
Mr. Whitehead, read him the question. You can't look.
All right. The 1995 movie, The Usual Suspects, takes its title from a famous line in what movie? Casablanca, The Godfather, Cool Hand Luke, or North by Northwest?
Northwest. It's not The Godfather. If I had to, I've seen Cool Hand Luke, but it's been a long time. God, I don't remember. I want to go with Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke? Is that your final answer, Jackson?
Yeah, we're going to go Cool Hand Luke. I'm going to trust him.
Oh, it's incorrect. Casablanca was the correct answer.
You lost me $4,000.
He says puts it on his tab. That's all right. You got 2K. It's not that bad.
I mean, I had to dig in my brain and find what an olive branch was.
You know what? Do you want the second question?
No. I think it's time for the 400-meter run,
Hey.
and that's what I'm here for.
That's what I'm here for, too. Not you losing imaginary money.
No, you're paying me.
What?
Yep.
I ain't paying you jack.
Funny. People call me Jack.
Who? Your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have the varsity girls 400-meter dash. Lane 1, Kendall Clark. Lane 2, Brooklyn Watts. Lane 3, Jalea Gordon. Lane 4, Kanaya Daniels. Lane 5, Marcavia Gardner. Lane 6, Serenity Odin. Lane 7, Serenity Duckett. Lane 8, Addison O'Neill. Fastest qualifying time is going to be Kanaya Daniels from DCAB. And I just have to congratulate Willie. He just spilt M&Ms all over the entire press box. And that's exactly what you just heard live. One of the most electric solo races in the game. The 400-meter dash.
Runners to your mark.
Here we are.
Set.
They're off. A full-out sprint. 1 lap. All you could ever want. Three across the front right now.
Halfway done.
The favorite coming into turn 3 now. Losing some steam on the outside lanes. Kanaya Daniels catching back up. Kanaya Daniels coming out of turn 4 with the lead.
It's
Gardner.
neck and neck.
Gardner in second. Gordon in third. A battle for first. Daniels gets it over Gardner. It will be Daniels, Gardner, Gordon, and Odin as the qualifying racers.
Here's the replay.
Next up is the varsity boys 400-meter dash. Lane assignments: Connor Runnels from Hooks in lane number 1. Lane number 2, Aiden Ashmore from Hooks. Lane number 3, CJ Johnson from Hooks. So it's Hooks, Hooks, Hooks to start us off. Zach Mulch from Pewitt in lane number 4. Lane number 5, Andrew Allen from Atlanta. Lane number 6, Cooper Golden from Redwater. Lane number 7, Justin Allen from New Boston. And lane number 8, Colton Thomas from New Boston. Fastest 2 qualifying times are Zach Mulch and Andrew Allen with a 53.399 from Zach Mulch and a 53.994 from Andrew Allen. And you got to look out for Mulch in that long stride. Here are our official times. First place, Kanaya Daniels from DeKalb. Second place, Markavia Gardner from Atlanta. And third place, Jalea Gordon from Atlanta. And rounding our qualifiers out, Serenity Odin from Queen City with a 105.18. So an interesting meet so far, a little bit of drama, a lot of display of speed, and everything you could ask for in the District 14 3A matchup.
For sure. Oh, I'm ready for this race. I've been waiting for this one. Zach Mulch, lane 4. Andrew Allen, lane 5.
Set.
Here we go, they're off.
The two favorites side by side. Mulch looks so effortless when he runs.
Yeah, Zach Mulch likes to turn it on later in the race.
Turning it on right now, however, passing up Andrew Allen.
He's got a lot of ground to make up, catch up to the leaders.
Coming into turn 3, inside lane for Mulch. And he is just flying by everyone. Mulch coming out of turn 4, good lead. Redwater flying up. Connor Runnels. Give him a run for his money. Runnels running out of steam, however. Mulch in the 1, Runnels in the 2, and it's gonna be CJ Johnson from Hooks in the 3. Andrew Allen didn't look like he got that qualifying spot right there at the 4-5 mark.
Didn't look like it. Great race from Hooks.
And two qualifiers, or excuse me, one qualifier for Pewitt, one qualifier for Hooks, and I believe one qualifier for Redwater. Or no, I'm wrong again. Two qualifiers for Hooks, one qualifier for Pewitt, and one qualifier for Redwater.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Second place in Atlanta, Arcadia Clark. And first place in DeKalb with a time of 102.907, Tanya Daniels.